Shabbat shalom.
How rambunctious.
change out the battery.
It smells smoke.
What?
I said it smells smoke, but it's a candle.
Oh, no kidding. Ay, ay, ay. All of that, so stressful. Everything that's going on. Just, ugh.
Yeah.
Dang mess. But, why is it all tangled? I don't love that. That's okay. Maybe. Perhaps I will. I'm almost ready. Give me a momentcito. There we go. Beautiful. Let's make sure the battery pack is working.
The green light.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
My name is Cantor Jenna Sagan, if you are unfamiliar with me. And to my left is the incredible Sam Backer, who is helping me today as my Shaliach Tzibur, because unfortunately, after the absolute joy and incredible week that we just had, I've come down with a mild cold. Therefore, I am incredibly grateful for the help and support of our incredible community members who will take the lead on a lot of our singing. And
we'll be singing in a lower key tonight.
Indeed, because in a lower key, I might be able to sing. All right.
I was referring to Raymond.
Oh, valid.
Yeah.
But on that lovely note, we are going to begin in our blue books, our Mishkan Tefillah, which can be found underneath your seats if you have not already held one in your hands. And we start on pages 2 and 3 with the lighting of our Shabbat candles. For that, we welcome up Carly Hughes in honor of her birthday to light the Shabbos candles.
Help us to find knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and our lives. Bless all who enter the sanctuary in need, all who bring the offerings of their hearts. May our worship lead us to acts of kindness, peace, and love.
Please rise.
You may be seated. We have now welcomed Shabbat with light. We honor Shabbat also in song, welcoming our bride, our Shabbat bride. Beginning on page 20 and then page 21, we will sing together verses 1, 2, 5, and then we will rise and face the door for verse 9 as we welcome our Sabbath bride into our holy space. Lechado D, page 20. Lechado D, Librat Kalai, Yalalai, 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 P'nei Shabbat, Nekavela. Lechado D, Librat Kalai, Yalalai, 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 P'nei Shabbat, Nekavela. Turn to page 28 for Baruch.
We turn to page 30.
You want to read it? Or the bottom?
No, read the Hebrew. Why not?
Okay, that's what I thought.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, v'chachma poteach she'arim, uvitvuna mishane itim, umachalif et hazmanim, umisader et hakochavim, mishmorotehem barakia kirtzono. Borei yom v'alayla, golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or. Uma'avir yom uvevi layla, uma'avdil ben yom uvein layla. Adonai Tzivaot Shemo. El Chai v'Kayam Tamid Yimloch Aleinu Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Hama'ariv Aravim. And flipping over to page 32 for Ahavat Olam. We read together. Everlasting love you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Please be seated. Oh,
There you go.
and join us in the chanting of Ve'ahavta on page 36.
V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavecha v'chol nafshecha v'chol me'otecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher Anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shitecha v'beitecha v'baktecha b'derech u'shofecha u'vkumecha u'kshartam le'ot ayadecha v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha u'chtavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'visharecha Leman tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'tem kedoshim le'Elohechem Ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem le'Elohim Ani Adonai Elohechem.
Adonai Elohechem Emet. Page 39. We read together at the top of the page. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together.
We turn to page 44. middle of the page. The people of Israel shall keep Shabbat, observing Shabbat throughout the ages as a covenant for all time. It is a sign for all time between me and the people of Israel. For in 6 days Adonai made heaven and earth, and on the seventh day God ceased from work and was refreshed.
We continue now with our Amidah. Although we seem to have manifested Rabbi Einstein, I did not put the music into our book this week. My apologies, sir. Yes, Rabbi Einstein knows many songs. I'm going to bring him up later. Maybe you can chant Torah tonight for me. The Amidah is a prayer where we ask those to rise that are able to, in body, in mind, in spirit, as we take moments to pray with the divine. We think about our blessings. We think about all the good in our lives, the things we're grateful for, and the things that we can be hopeful for in the future. Our Amidah begins on page 46 as we rise together. And we will chant the first few pages up through page 52. And then we will get to pray the words of our heart or the words on the page silently. Again, we rise, page 46. Adonai safatai tiftach ufi agitei latecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu ve'imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzhak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Elohei Bilha Elohei Zilpah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanorah El Elyon Gomel Hasadim Tovim Vekonei Hakol Vezocher Hasdei Avot Vimahot Umevi Geula Livnei V'neihem Leman Shemo Yahweh Melech Ozer Umoshia Umagen Baruch Atah Adonai Magen Avraham Ve'ezrat Sarah
Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechaye HaKol Ata Rav Lehoshia Mashib HaRuach Morid Haga Hashem Mechalkei Chayim Bechesed Mechaye HaKol Berachamim Rabim Sohomech Noflim Verofei Cholim Umatir Asurim Umekayim Emunato Lishenei Afar Michamocha B'Gevurot Umida Melech Melech Meimit Umechayeh Umatzmiach Yeshua V'ne'emanat Halachayot HaKol Baruch Atah Adonai Mechayeh HaKol Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kedoshim b'chol yom yehallelu chasela. Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh. We continue praying silently the words on the prayer on the page or the words in our heart up through Tefillat Halev. And when you are ready, you may be seated.
We now continue with Seder Kriyat HaTorah, the service for the reading of our Torah. We begin with Kimitzion on page 246, and we ask that you all please rise as our ark is opened and the Torah is brought around for our Hakafah.
Ki mitzion tetzei Torah, Ki mitzion tetzei Torah, u'devar Adonai b'Yerushalayim.
Baruch Shenatan Torah, Torah,
Baruch Shenatan Torah, Torah, le'amo Yisrael b'kedushato.
Adonai Hagedula, Hagedula,
V'hatiferet,
Ve'hanetzach,
Zichrono b'shamayim u'ba'aretz, Zichrono b'shamayim u'ba'aretz, V'cham Adonai amam la'acham, V'haminis na'aseh lechol Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'ishtachavu l'har kadsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'ishtachavu l'har kadsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'ishtachavu l'har kadsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'ishtachavu l'har kadsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'ishtachavu l'har kadsho.
The Torah.
You know what to do when the Torah is at rest, you also may be at rest. I'm going to go ahead and talk first.
All right, very
Chad, second, if I can find it. May need to read. All right. All right. This week, we close the book of Genesis with Parshat Vayechi. It's a portion filled with transitions, endings, and blessings. As Jacob nears the end of his life, he gathers his children to offer them his final words. Sometimes blessings, sometimes challenges, but always meant to guide them into the future. It's a portion that speaks of resilience, legacy, there we go, and hope amongst difficulty. As we read the words of Vayechi tonight, we also face a time of profound loss and grief. The fires that have swept through Los Angeles have left a path of destruction in their wake, including the heartbreaking damage and destruction of Pasadena Jewish Temple and Center, a cherished spiritual home for so many in Pasadena and so many around the country who called this place their spiritual home through childhood and adulthood. The ongoing devastation reminds us of life's fragility and the unpredictability of loss. Yet, just as Jacob's words to his children were not only about the pain of the past, but also the promise of the future, this moment invites us to reflect on how we can find meaning, strength, and even blessings among tragedy. Jacob's life, much like the Jewish story, was one of struggle and redemption. He fled from his brother Esau. He wrestled with an angel. He endured the loss of his beloved son Jacob and faced famine with his family. Yet through it all, Jacob's legacy endures. In Vayechi, his final act is to bless his children and his grandchildren. To Joseph's sons Ephraim and Manasseh, Jacob says, "May the angel who has redeemed me from all harm bless these lads." Jacob acknowledges his struggles, but sees redemption within them, the next generation. He offers not only a blessing of protection, but a reminder that even in the darkest moments, there is an angel of hope guiding us forward. The fires this week have caused unspeakable pain, destroying homes, sacred spaces, and irreplaceable memories. Even now, with very little containment of the blazes, we continue to watch seemingly helpless as our friends, our families, our neighbors lose everything that they hold dear. And yet, these fires also can remind us of what remains: our resilience, our sense of community, and our capacity to rebuild. The rabbis teach us that within every moment of hardship lies the potential for transformation. Rabbi Nachman of Breslov says, "If you believe you can destroy, believe you can rebuild." This belief in renewal is at the heart of our tradition. Yesterday also marked Asar B'Tevet, the 10th of Tevet. It's a day of fasting and mourning that marks the beginning of the siege of Jerusalem. This day was a precursor to the destruction of the temple, and felt so apropos as we all sat by our phones and our television, watching the fires close in upon beloved landmarks throughout Los Angeles. However, while the day reminds us of profound loss, it also calls us to reflect on how we endure and adapt as a people. After the temple's destruction, the Jewish community found new ways to connect to God through prayer, through study, through acts of loving kindness. We too are called in this moment, in the wake of this disaster, not only to grieve, but also to come together and find ways to bring holiness and healing back into the lives of those in our community who are experiencing this great loss. In Vayechi, Joseph tells his brothers, "You intended harm for me, but God intended it for good, to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives." Joseph's ability to see divine purpose in his suffering offers us a very powerful lesson. Even in the midst of devastation, there is a potential for redemption and growth. So, how can we as a community respond to this moment of loss? First, we can take tangible action, whether through donating to those affected, whether offering shelter or support, or volunteering directly in relief efforts. Second, we can hold space for those who are grieving, providing comfort and reminding them that they are not alone. And finally, we can commit to the act of rebuilding, not just physical structures, but also the bonds of connection and community that sustain us in times of need. The fires have taken much, and they will continue to do so until they are contained. but they cannot destroy the spirit of resilience and love that bind us together. Rabbi Jonathan Sachs of blessed memory wrote, "The greatest gift we can give is hope. It's the belief that we are not helpless in the face of the forces of destruction, that by our courage, creativity, and dedication, we can rebuild the ruins, restore the broken heart, and bring light to the world." As we conclude the book of Genesis this Shabbat, we say, Chazak, Chazak, Venid Chazek. Be strong, and let us strengthen each other. Let us carry that strength into the days ahead, supporting one another in grief and rebuilding and in hope. To help during this crisis, please consider donating to local relief organizations, supporting families who've lost homes, or reaching out to community members in need. This Monday, Aiden Mayo and his Boy Scout troop will be holding a drop-off drive from 7:20 to 8:30 p.m. in Fountain Valley. I've passed out flyers with information about that particular drive. We're grateful to Aiden and his Boy Scout troop for heeding the call to be there in this time of need. If you're unable to attend on Monday, I will collect donations on Sunday morning from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. here at the temple to give on behalf of CBT to this drop-off. I've printed these flyers with more details. Please take as many as you wish. There's more in the lobby. And make sure that you are aware of what evacuees need. At this time, they are not accepting clothing donations, but they are accepting many other things that they need. After Shabbat, I'll provide the Facebook group and our weekly email additional links and information about places where you can give tzedakah to help those who are in need in Los Angeles. Congregation Bnai Tzedek will be giving a significant donation via our Chesed Fund to Pasadena Jewish Temple and Center, as well as the Jewish Federation of Orange County's Wildfire Relief Fund. Together, as a community, we can bring light and blessing back into the lives of all those who are suffering in Los Angeles. May we all find comfort, resilience, and the strength to rebuild now and in the coming years. Shabbat Shalom. Now, as I have mentioned, we will be reading from Parshat Vayechi. Vayechi can be found in Genesis 47:28. I noticed there's no page number, my apologies, but if you go to Genesis 47:28 in your book, you'll find where I'm reading. And it is my honor and my pleasure to call upon the Sidons in honor of their birthdays. They're both in the same, they're January, both of you? Oh, there we go. Okay, that helps me. So, Ya'amdu, Yosef ben Yamin, V'Shoshana bar Avram v'Sara l'Aliyah Torah.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Ha'amim V'natan Lanu Et Torah. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. Vayechi acharei hadvarim ha'ele vayomer leYosef hine avicha cholech vayikach et shnei banav imo et Menashe ve'et Ephraim vayager leYaakov vayomer hine benaich Yosef bet elecha, v'yitchazek Yisrael, v'yashev al hamita, v'yomer Yaakov et Yosef El Shaddai, Nora Eli, Biluz be'eretz Canaan, vayivarech oti.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam natan b'tovenu. Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Amen. Mishaberach Avatenu B'Matenu, Hu Yivrach et Jay and Suzanne. To both of you, stalwart, incredible members of our synagogue. You are some of the pillars on which this community stands. For our board, for our Purim spiel, for our choir, for our caring community and our calling community. We thank you. Brotherhood, but we know brotherhood. All the things. I said stalwart pillars of the community, and I listed so many, and I even missed one, oy vey. We could not be here and be the community that we are without the blessings that you two are. We are grateful every day to call the Sidons members of CBT and to call upon you in so many ways to serve this community. We are grateful. We love you. Happy birthday. Happy belated birthday. May you live to see so many more wonderful smachot together. We are incredibly grateful. Thank you. And I'll hug you in spirit just so that I, with love. Hug each other. Mazel tov. Yashikah. I will say I realized that about halfway through reading the the first line of this parsha, that actually where I marked was about 2-3 lines in from the beginning of the parsha. So I was unfortunately sight reading that, but let me give you a quick translation of what we just read, including what I skipped, which is that Jacob lived in the land of Egypt 17 years, and the days of Jacob and the years of his life were 147 years old. The time approached for Israel to die, so he calls for his son, for Joseph, and says to him, "Please, if I found favor in your eyes, please place your hand under my thigh and do kindness and truth with me. Please do not bury me in Egypt, for I will lie down with my fathers, and you shall transport me out of Egypt and bury me in their tomb." And he said, "I'll personally do as you have said." And he replies, "Swear to me," and he swears to him. And then Israel prostrates himself toward the head of the bed. And at this point, this is where we picked up and I read. "And it came to pass after these things that someone said to Joseph, 'Behold, your father is ill.' So he took his 2 sons, Manasseh and Ephraim, with him. Jacob was told, 'Behold, your son Joseph has come to you.' So Israel exerted himself and sat on the bed. Jacob said to Joseph, 'El Shaddai has appeared before me in Luz in the land of Canaan, and he blessed me.'" You notice here the blessing that will come for Ephraim and Manasseh, which is what we say to our children every Shabbos. May you be blessed like Ephraim and Manasseh, the 2 brothers who never fight in the entire Torah. Now, thinking of family, thinking of the important people in our lives, thinking of our friends who've become family, we take a moment for a prayer of healing, a Mishaberach. Mishaberach is a prayer that we say hoping for a speedy healing of body, mind, and soul. And in our community, we are specifically today thinking of Mira Adler, Susan Artunian, Stephen Baines, Earl Benton, Eileen Brayman, James Joseph Crabtree, Harriet Dolgan, David Elliott, Christiana Garasek, Sheila Gershwin, Joel Goldberg, Barbara Heimov, Ellen Jacobs, Michelle Kaufman, Susan Kibble, Cindy Colson, Steve Lesser, Isabella Lotz, Jacoby Lustig, Ann Main, Teresa Mikos, Gary Miller, Paula Miller, Terry O'Brien, Marjorie Osborne, Ron Osborne, Avi Perry, Bonnie Richmond, Karen S. Robert, Louis Rodriguez, Ron Ross, Ginger Schulman, Dean Stapleton, Shauna Winokur, Christine Wofford, David Zatz, Bonalima Bat Ruth, Binyamin Ze'ev ben Ruchel Rivasima, Esther Malka Chana Bat Batya Ruth, Mordechai ben Hinda, Sarah Bat Elisheva, and Shoshana Miriam Bat Nachem Yoshua. As I pass my hand over the community, if there are other names that are in your heart for healing, please say them aloud. Thank you. And Nancy Danger. Those whose names we said aloud, and those names that are in our heart, be blessed with a full and complete healing of body, mind, and spirit, as we say together.
Amen.
Please God. And now it is time to rise as we lift and then dress our Torah and bring her back to the ark. Torah we stay standing as we turn to page 282 for Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'atziv k'nuva li'otzeh brishit, shelo asanu kigoyei ha'aratzot, ve'lo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chalkeinu kahem, ve'gor aleinu kechol hamonam. Lifnei melech malchei hamalchim, hakadosh baruch hu. V'ne'emar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz, bayom hahu yihye Adonai echad, u'shemo echad. Our thoughts now turn to our beloved ones who have departed this earth. Those who we remember who have passed recently, and those who we are observing their yard signs. In our community, when we hear the name of our loved one, we rise in their honor and memory. This week we are observing Shaloshim, the first 30 days, for Sue Galerter, mother of Jeff and Teresa Galerter and Mike and Tammy Galerter, grandmother of Maya, Sophia, Beja, and Haley, and great-grandmother of Tanner. Anne Fried, aunt of Susan and Sam Backer, and Jerry Romanek, aunt of Susie Katz. We are observing the yard sites of Charles Adler, uncle of Arnold Adler, Stella S. Backer, grandma of Sam Backer, Estelle Berg, mother of Diane Eisenberg, Sylvie Buganim, Leonard A. Brochner, father of Carol Collin, Marjorie Brochner, mother of Carol Collin, Milton Kaplan, father of Judy Herstoff, Mark Trickell, remembered by Marlene L. Trickell-Smith, Nessie Cohn, mother of Gail Douglas, Sam DeMontis, Selma Einstein, mother of Rabbi Stephen Einstein, Aziz Furujbakhsh, father of Shaheen Furujbakhsh, Phyllis Fish, aunt of Albert Schiffberg-Mencher, Leonard Fleischman, uncle of Larry Fleischman, Frida Medley Fleischman, mother of Gerald Fleischman, Jacob Gilman, father-in-law of Zipporah Gilman, Mary Goldhammer, grandma of Mark Goldhammer, Beatrice Gordon, mother of Howard Gordon, Irving Gordon, remembered by Leslie Wheatley and Stephanie Kornberg, Susan Hamrell, grandma of Stephen Hamrell, Evelyn Heller, mother of Jack Heller, Gertrude C. Hirschberg, mother of Terry Hirschberg, Ben Hershkowitz, grandfather of Elaine Sinclair, Beverly Kohlmeister, cousin of Roz Whitesides, Manuel Miller, father of Gary Miller, Walter Myers, brother of Sue Rosen, and Albert G. Myers, Jr., brother of Sue Rosen, Al Naim, father of Linda Goldschaft, and Freda Naim, mother of Linda Goldshaft. Irving Neft, father of Daryl Neft. Herman Oster, Myrtle Rosenheim Sachs, mother of Byron Sachs. Bernice Helen Schwartz, Eliza Schiffberg, remembered by Al Schiffberg-Mencher. Sylvia Selog, sister of Brian Lodge. Brena Vidor, mother of Saul Vidor. Michael Weissman, husband of Elaine Weissman, father of Melinda Asbury, grandfather of Joseph Garcia. And Barbara B. Zatz, mother of David Zatz. Are there other names for Kaddish? Please say their names aloud. At this time, we ask that you all please rise in support of those who are mourning and to honor those who no longer have someone to say Kaddish for them. Mourner's Kaddish can be found on page 294, page 294.
Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
V'alma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei. V'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael. Bagala v'zman kari v'imru.
Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevarach Le'olam Olamei Almaya.
Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei d'kudeshah. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tush b'chata v'nechamata. Damiran v'alma v'imru.
Amen.
Yehei shlama rama min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru.
Amen.
Oseh shalom b'imromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru.
Amen.
May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel, to which we say, Amen.
Amen. You may be seated, unless, of course, your name is Suzanne Seiden, our wonderful representative from the Board of Directors.
I'll use her tool. There. Better, right? Shabbat Shalom. I'm just wanted to thank our wonderful subs. Oh, thank you so much, Sam Backer, and Art. Sorry about that. And then I'm sure who thanks you the most actually is Jenna. Yeah, I can't do Jenna. Yes, thank you so much, and our pianist who's hiding back there that I can't see. I just want to say one thing tonight. I want to talk to you about the Hebrew classes that we're taking. Now, I just finished the first one, and I have to tell you that Mike's not here, right? So I can talk about him. He has the patience of a saint to go. I was very slow and very frustrated at times, correct, Jay? And I stuck with it, and I have to say, I'm going on to the next class, yay, Sharon. But I really encourage you to do it. So you're going to see, if you'll see, there are 3 levels, and you guys at home, you can see it online. They don't start at exactly the same date, but about the same date. So the end of January, the beginning of February, we've got the beginning class, highly recommended, the intermediate class, going over with Sharon Goldhammer, and then, yay, this time, conversational Hebrew. So you who've been thinking about this on the back of your minds for a long time, now's the time to do it. I highly recommend it. But the second thing that needs to be said tonight, actually, I'm going to have help from Mark Goldhammer. Where did you go, Mark? Oh, there he is. Mark's going to explain the next thing.
And I'm going to scoot this back over there. Yeah. So, now, in contrast to the somber situation that we have with all the fire disaster, last weekend we had a very joyous celebration of Cantor Sagan's investiture. We had a beautiful cantorial concert in front of a packed house, and we got to enjoy some fabulous desserts from Wendy Kilsmeyer and other members of the congregation. But there's a little bit of unfinished business. Cantor Sagan, if you'll come up here. So as part of the celebration of your 10th anniversary, something arrived too late. And so I'm going to read it. It is Certificate of Special Recognition presented to Cantor Jenna Sagan on the occasion of celebrating your 10th anniversary with Congregation Bnai Tzedek, wishing you success in all of your future endeavors, signed by U.S. Senator Alex Padilla.
Wow.
There you go.
Thank you.
It is truly my honor to serve Congregation Bnai Tzedek. This past 10 years has been unbelievably fulfilling spiritually and emotionally, and this is just so lovely. I can't wait to hang it in my office. And as you all know, my office doors are always open. So come talk to me, come spend time with me. I love connecting with each and every one of you. On that note, we will conclude this portion of our service with Oseh Shalom, followed by what Raymond loves to say is his favorite part, their favorite part of the service, which is carbs and liquids. So we will Oseh Shalom, and then we'll do some pray. Gather around with your friends and family. Hold on tight. Oseh Shalom, B'Kramav. Stand up, why not? Huya Aseh Shalom Aleinu. De'al Kol Yisrael. De'imru, Amen. Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Le'al Kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Le'al Kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Le'al Kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Le'al Kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Le'al Kol Yisrael. And now it is your cue. If you are B'nai Mitzvah or younger in age and would like to come up and help us with this blessing, of course, it does not require you actually chanting the blessing. Don't worry, but you get to come be leaders. Let's do it. Let's do it. And Sam, if you'll head on over there. It's apple juice, don't worry, or orange juice. Yeah, it's always grape juice or apple juice. All right, here we go. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Ashborei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai,
Eloheinu melech
haolam,
asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodesho v'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lemahaseh v'reishit ki hu yom techila lemikrahei kodesh zecher litziat mitzrayim Kivanu v'acharta, v'yotanu kidashta, mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat kadshecha, v'ahava uvratzon, hinchaltanu, baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh HaShabbat.
Amen. You get to take a sip?
Yeah.
It's like, should I? Oh, not wine at all. No, no.
All right. Then we move on to
right.
the challah. All right, you're able to lift that up with two hands. All right. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz v'tehavon. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, Patei Avon. Come join us for our tasty oneg in the back. And thank you for all that you do.